Hello everyone. Good evening, all. Can you hear me? Hopefully, yes or no, or never. Okay. I hope my screen is also visible, very much visual. So, if I'm audible enough, just type yes or okay or audible. Alright. Okay, I'm audible. Fine. Today we have almost last session for Docker. Okay. So, almost, right. Journey is something, but let me tell you one thing. There are a lot of things to explore in Docker, right? It's very big technology. I mean, we are just learning the part that we are really interested in, or that is used by, maximum beginners. Okay. So, today we're going to talk about kind of a database in Docker. So, database in Docker, how we can use generally database as a container. Or before that, I really want to tell you one thing, that this topic I'll be taking later on, and I want to tell you that how exactly we are using Docker in companies, right? So we have this Docker engine. That Docker engine is running, and this Docker engine is generally connected from a client machine, the way we are using from Docker client. So if this is my client machine, from here we can connect to Docker engine remotely, and once we are here, then we can just request Docker engine to create container from Docker image, right? But we are using command line interface, or that is kind of Docker CLI. Okay, so I hope you all are understanding the same without any problem. So if I'm just accessing this one, and then I'm gonna use it to like export docker underscore host is equals to, or let's say I'm gonna use that IP address, that is something like this, and here I'm gonna use TCP colon double slash, and the way we are using since day one, I believe. Why the hell is not copying? Okay, colon 2375 or set. So now my client system is connected to Docker engine. I can just try by Docker images. Hopefully, I'll be able to list all those images that is running on my Docker engine. So basically, I'm just sending a request to Docker engine, and if everything is fine, it will be giving response to me without any problem. I don't know why it is not giving. So maybe I can check is somebody has done something very unethically. Anyway, so what I'm doing, I'm just doing SSH and desktop Oracle, then accessing that machine, and probably I have a couple of, okay, so I can see here as Docker images. So still very slow, and I don't know why it is slow, because of couple of consumption of RAM. So which is the process that is consuming that much resources? So system D, and probably, okay, and Docker shell in a box. So what I'm doing is basically I'm just removing every single operation or every single thing we have here. Okay, we're not having much. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just killing and removing all the containers. and I'm also free because my RAM is very much consumed. It's around 2 GB, so let me free the RAM, and I'm just using process, then VM and drop cache. So if I do it twice or thrice, most probably we can free some amount of RAM. Anyway, so now my Docker is running on this I can say 2375 port number along with the close firewall. Okay, so let me connect again. So 2375, export docker underscore host is equals to TCP colon double slash and 2375. All set. 2375 145 2375. Okay, and if I do like docker images, yeah, I got it. All right, so the point is that I'm able to connect my remote docker engine by command line. Okay, so the first method is command line, but you know what, remembering all those commands and managing docker from command line is shit sometime, right? People are not using that thing in production environment, and a couple of cases, everybody want a web UI for docker. That means we can connect docker engine by using web UI. Okay, that's one. So you know what, the project I am going to assign you guys, so managing your entire docker operation by using web UI, so this will be project for all front-end developers or Django developers. So a kind of very good project, right? So that will be a project for you, but there are some tools in the market that are designed to connect docker engine by web UI. Okay, and the tools in the market are very popular. Let's say the one we call it Rancher. So Rancher is a very fast growing organization that is actually working in a containerization way. So if I just type Rancher here, it's the most amazing company. Okay, and that is delivering Kubernetes as a service, and they guys have a couple of product, and by using Rancher you can just add your docker engine in multiple ways. It's very growing community. You can see here GitHub stars, user trained, and containers managed, enterprise customer, and so many things, right? But container is very much heavy software these days. Okay, if you don't want to use Rancher because it's a heavy software and you need to learn it a lot, so there are another tool called Portainer, right? So Portainer is free and open source forever, free and open source software, and you can use that in a very easily managed way. Okay, so that means we can use this Portainer tool to manage your Docker engine from a web UI. All right, but the most amazing part these days by Rancher and Portainer is something. So how are we going to use this Portainer? So let's say we have Docker engine running here. So what we are going to do, we are going to have a Portainer image, and we are going to create container for Portainer, and that container will be managing that Docker engine by web UI. Okay, so how I gonna do that? So let me just do docker run idt hyphen name web hyphen p. Let's say some port number 88877, and the Portainer has 9000 port number pre-configured, and I'm gonna share where run docker.sock. That means this is a socket file of Docker engine. Okay, to where run docker.sock. Okay, I'm not going to run here. I'm just going to run here. So docker run hyphen idd hyphen name web UI, and then hyphen port, some port number, and then 9000. Don't use that as of now. I'm going to share that where run docker dot sock under the Portainer container with the same location like var run docker.sock. and the image name is portainer slash portainer. So portainer is a username and the portainer is an image name as well. Okay, let's hit that. So I'm gonna launch a container. If in case you're not understanding this command at all, please help yourself and you can ask question in the chat window that yes, you're not understanding this part or this part. I don't think so. I've used something like that where that is not understood, but still, if you're not getting it, please let me know. So we have this portainer running. I can check the logs either is this is in ready condition or not. So that web UI is in, I think it's in ready condition. Okay, wonderful. So how do I access my this container? So I can use this IP address and along with the port number, the one that I have used, that was double it. Okay, so I'm gonna use like colon double it. Okay, so this is going to start a container for me. Summer 2020. I have all firewall rules 8080. Let me just check that history. Is it down or up? Okay, so 8888. Oh my god, why it is taking so time? Is my RAM is very low? I think so. Okay, so what I can do, if it is taking time, I can show you in my local Docker system. Okay, so I'm just trying to show you in my local Docker machine. This is my local system Ubuntu, and I'm gonna Docker run itd hyphen name and this web. I will increase that RAM. Okay, no worries. And hyphen p some port number, then 9000 as a back, and then hyphen v var run docker.sock, then var run docker.sock, and the portainer is the image name portainer portainer. Okay, so let's do that. This is my local machine. It is going to pull portainer first because the image is not present here, right? Cool. I hope I'm not making it fast, right? And still my container is running up without any problem. So most probably it's a slow network, that's it. So don't you have any problem, right? You see, so in my local machine the portainer got started, and let me wait for a second or so. Okay, until this I'm not getting this starting tunnel message. It might take some because 9000 is a port of portainer container like we use Apache 480. So 9000 is a port of portainer. Okay, so 7777. So I can use, yes, portainer port number is 7777. See, so I got this UI because I have fast internet and RAM in my local PC, and I'm gonna put some password, or maybe good password. Okay, right, and creating this user. And see, now portainer has the capability to connect local Docker, remote Docker, agent Docker, and so many Docker. So I'm going to use my local Docker. Otherwise, if I can use remote, I need to give that endpoint URL, right? So let's say if I want to connect it like a local machine, So I can connect like this were connected. Okay, so my local Docker engine is connected, and if I click on my local machine, see, in my local system I have around 16 gigs of RAM, 19.03, 0 stack, 14 emails, 5 network, 3 containers, and 34 volumes. So if I click on containers, whoa, I have these containers running. Okay, so in the left panel I can say net images I have. Yes, I have so many images here. How many volumes I have, networks I have. Let's say if I want to create a container, so I just click on add container, and here I can give my Ashutosh container, image name is Alpine, and then I can come down, and here what command I want to give. Let's say I want to give ping fb.com. Entry point I can replace here. I can just use like IT if I want, right? Volume, networks, anything. You can just put here and then deploy. So once I click on deploy, this will create a container via web UI. So users really don't have to, manage all these things. So this kind of project you're going to make by using your Django and web UI and couple of things. See, wow, my container is Ashutosh running. And the most wonderful thing is I have the logs, that is Docker logs. I have the inspect. So if I want to click here, this is very much similar to inspect. I can have this tree and text structure, and if I go back again, I can just I can say the stats. Yes, okay. So going in container, and I can see the analytics stats, and in stats I can check the memory consumption, CPU consumption, and most importantly how many parent processes are running. So the parent process is running like this. I can go back to my container, and I want the exec shell, that means the child process shell. So I can click here in the child process shell, and I can just click on connect. When I click on connect, okay, connect, okay, oh my god. So I need to just change the shell to sh, not the bash, because container has sh shell. When I click on connect, whoa, wonderful. See, I got the shell. It's a project, I mean team based, not individual. Okay, I can just hit any of the command. Oh my god, echo. Is it something? Okay, okay. So let me use my headphone. That could be okay. Anyway, but how cool this portable is. I mean, you like it? Okay, let me just connect my headphones. Alright, now I have connected to my phone. Most probably now. Alright. What about now? Are you guys still getting echo, or it's fine? Mm-hmm. Let me know. Just type on the chat window. Still echo? What the hell is this? All right. Now this is echo. This is echo. What is echo? I don't know why there is echo. Still. Okay, I'm sitting here. Let me know once you're done. I mean, if it is fine, then you can tell me. So now, fine for few people. Okay, it's fine now. Thank God. All right. So, okay. So how about this? This container is very cool management. Okay, and you can just hear, yeah, very much. Technical problems are always live. So deep lines. Oh my God. Okay, no worries. So we have this dashboard, stack, container, template, and home. And in the home, we can just keep adding that. Okay, this is my account, current password. I mean, it's very amazing actually, and I love it personally. Anyway, I can add more hosts, right, if I want. So simply, this is the thing you can generally manage, and how many number of hosts you want to add, you can simply add. We have a couple of licensing also, user and points, and so many. So if I want to add more, things, more hosts, I can just click on add, and I can click on simply agent based Docker. I can simply use that. So here you can connect Docker with their public IP. So I'm giving my AWS. Then the endpoint is something, let's say this colon 2375. Maybe they're asking for public URL. So I can just add like this. Okay, and add. So yes, see, now my Portainer can manage two hosts. The one is this, another is this, and I can go to dashboard. I have to host local machine. If I click here, see, I have two containers, 34 volumes, 7 images, and if I see here, the one is web UI is stopped basically. So you know what? By using Portainer, you can manage multiple Docker engine. This is my local Docker engine. This is my AWS, and likewise, I can keep adding. So it's not a problem at all. I hope you are understanding it. So endpoints are something that you can keep adding. Add container endpoint, and you can manage. Okay. So hopefully it will be cool for you. All right. So do you like the product? If yes, okay, that's good. So because you know what, Portainer is a web-based for non-technical people. I mean, I love the Docker command line basically, but still, you can't design a product or project according to your convenience. You can design for other people. Okay. So if you have anything to ask, just say. I mean, ask here. Otherwise, I can just proceed with the database in container. All right. It's all fine. Just say yes or fine, or you like it, that container thing. I can proceed with the, okay, great. Want a reply from, all people. Cool. Okay, very much. Good. So basically now what I'm doing to, great, install it anyway. Now I'm going to talk about database in container. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, generally database in container is not that much recommended. It's not that much recommended to run a database in a container, because if you talk about database is more CPU hungry, right? I'm just talking about SQL database. Okay, database is more CPU hungry or more RAM hungry. Okay, and it need a couple of hardware resources to manage, right? So if you want to learn database container, or you want to start database container here, you have to follow some rules. And the rules are, let's say if I'm gonna log into my Docker hub, okay, and here I'm going in Docker hub, and let me search for most simple image, that is MySQL, and I'm gonna use MySQL image, okay. And here if you go down, see, we have couple of environment variable in the MySQL image, and those environment variables are responsible for starting your database container. So let's say this is MySQL root password. So I believe couple of people already understand that environment variable is something that you can use. So this is MySQL root password or database or username. So these environment variable you can supply. So this is my MySQL root password environment variable. So how I'm gonna do that? So let's say I'm going to supply this docker run ITD hyphen e and this variable name. Let's say I'm giving password like Red Hat, and hyphen p I'm giving, let's say, 1122 port number 3306. 3306 is the port number of MySQL database, and then I'm give hyphen name option OKDB. Alright, and finally I'm gonna use that MySQL image. Alright, wonderful. Yes, you're right. This is pulling image and starting that database container. I hope if I have enough resources, then I can simply launch here. Otherwise, I can also start this database container in my local system, right? So I can see here that Docker PS, it's running, okay, like this. So my MySQL container is basically running here, and here as well. So waiting for this instance. Always try to get a log of MySQL container, logs OKDB. So the server has temporarily started. You have to check the logs. It's skipping. So until unless you're not getting connection like ready to connect, you don't have to connect database. Because you know what, I have couple of lack of resources here. So I think I need to check with this thing particularly. What I'm doing, I'm just closing this instance. There is no point of running it as of now, and I'll do all things in my local machine. Anyway, it's very slow. See, so Docker PS, yes. How do I check that? So by Docker logs -f okdb, and see. Now I get the log that ready to connect or ready for connection. That means my database container is ready for connection. How do I connect it? So I can just go docker exec -it okdb and then bash. Okay. And here I'm in the container. How do I connect? MySQL -u root -p, and I can write the same password here. See, password here. So I'm in the database. Even I can show you show databases. Rest you know what to do in the database. Okay. Even if you are outside, all right, that if you are outside the database, so I can see here by Docker PS, okay, outside database. So if I want to connect it, it's very simple. I can try that MySQL -u root -h local host colon 1122 -p Red Hat. Okay, sorry, local host is not the one. I can use simple container name. So that means, I mean, generally you can connect with MySQL container or right from inside. Okay. But that database, if you want to connect with your Docker Compose, so what we have to do? So why we are creating Docker Compose file? So that we can use your web app here and database here. Web app here, database here. So when the web app is going to start, it will connect to database automatically, and then you can access it by web UI. So let me take that example of what I say database. So I'm gonna create a temporary OK directory. Okay. Now create Docker Compose file. Right. So this Compose example is already given by MySQL container. So actually they have this thing. Here you can try, see. So the service name is DB. Okay. And I'm gonna put it like the most latest version here, 3.8. Email name is MySQL. This is a command. Okay. And environment. So environment is a keyword to give a password. I'm giving it like Red Hat adminer. Now this is actually a web server image like Nginx. Okay, and this is a port number. Fine. You know what? There is some problem in this kind of application. What is the problem? The problem is if your web server is getting ready in 1 second. So let's say your web server is getting ready in 1 second. Now web server is ready to connect, but database container is taking 20 seconds to connect because database is a heavy product. So you have to design your web application or Docker Compose file in such a way, because the web server must not be ready to connect until unless this database is not ready. Okay, because This web application has the connectivity with database. So we need to create container 1, container 2. This is for front end, this is for database. Okay. So we have to design compose file in such a way so that this must be dependent on this. So that means it must be available after the database are getting ready. Are you understanding that point? Because if the web server is ready and database is not ready, what's the point of connecting? Right? You getting my point? Say yes or no in the chat window if you are understanding it. Alright. So waiting for your response here. So hopefully you are understanding that point. So okay, wonderful. So what we need to do, we need to just under web server image, we have to pass a keyword called depends on, and under array we have to write that application name, that is DB. Remember, you don't have to write container name, this application name. This is my web server adminer and depends on DB. If there was some more application, I can write multiple dependency like this. So let's say maybe live stream, maybe ML. Okay. By the way, it's a very good platform for machine learning people. You can perform all your machine learning practical in the container, everything, right? So database depends on. Let me just do docker compose up -d. So it is saying what? The version 3.1. Okay, I'm using the wrong version, 3.1, because this admin is a very old image. Okay. Oh my god, it is something that I need to. So my system has some problem with compose, docker compose up -d. No way, no way. What should I do? So when the life has something to fuck up, we can't say. Okay, let me start my another instance where I can have the same. All set. Harsh links is a old version. So yes, and depends on and links both are equivalent, but this is a older version and this is a newer version. It's all fine, rhythm. It's all, I mean, it got started. But thank you so much for offering. Let's connect with my new instance. Yes, I get it. And I can just check here, simply mkdir hello, and I can just go there under hello and docker compose.yml. Oh no. Alright. And here I can just copy that content and paste it here. Alright. Now I can do just docker compose up -d. So it will be creating, and I can just do docker compose ps. See, so I have this and this, because both the container can take time, to just connect. So what I'm doing, I'm just waiting for that to be up, and once this container will be up, what I'll be doing, I'll be connecting to 8080 port number. Okay, so let me just try with the same colon 8080. Yes, so we have this, username is root, password is red hat, login. See, so this is a MySQL database. We are connected from adminer image. Okay, so this kind of thing you have to do. Okay, now let's say some time for assignments. I hope you can take it from there. So assignments is something you have to create a Docker image, and here you will be having your Django or Flask or HTML CSS based web application, like website, a normal website that has only this kind of form, email ID and password. So it has email ID and password and a login button, not more than that, right? And Django and Flask people can design much better. And or so we have a couple of people who know HTML, CSS, JS, right? If you can use PHP or Java for backend, it will be great. And this Docker image must be hosting only this part, right? And then will be another Docker image that will be hosting your database. Now your Django, Flask or any application must be connecting through database in same way, right? You don't have to manually assign, username, password, and database server name here. So you have to create your own Docker images like this, so that MySQL image you can use the same. You don't have to create MySQL image, but front-end image with either Django or Flask or HTML, CSS, you have to create in that way, right? And then once you log in, you have a couple of operations to perform here. So whatever operations you can do, I'll give the project after that, but first of all you can give me that thing. So 2 containers, one for database, one for Django, Flask and things, and database will be MySQL, and then create a compose file and just give me that on the comment section of this video. I can just do copy your compose file and will do docker compose up. Once I do docker compose up, it must be up and running and I'll be able to connect. Okay, so is this assignment is understood or not? This is assignment number 1. So say yes or no, really. So if you are understanding the same and everything is okay, perfect and fine, then you can let me know. Alright. Explaining once more. Okay, cool. I'll do that. But looking for more responses. Okay. So, alright, Rhythm, what you can do, you can just give me a call after the training, maybe around 8 p.m. So I'll let you know because, okay, right. Now, the second assignment, number 2. is that, let's say you have this your OS where your Docker engine is running. Docker engine is running, and now you are creating a container. Now, so just access that container. I want, when you access that container, from this container, yes, Gauri, password is disabled database. So when you access that container, the container can also connect to same Docker engine, right? And it can also create or launch container. So this container can also connect to same Docker engine, and it can also create containers, or it can also do stop, kill, whatever you are doing here in this OS. So I want to manage this entire Docker engine from this container. This will be task number 2. So once you start a container, then from this container, every single Docker operation you must be able to do here, from here. Now you don't have to do from here. So you should get the second question also, second assignment. Say yes in the chat window that yes, you get it. Okay. Okay. So Mukesh, Jayesh, you guys have, alright, good. So this will be your second assignment, and whatever you have, you have to submit the answer in the same YouTube video, same by commenting it. Now let's say third one. Third assignment. What is that third assignment is? Let's see. You have this Docker engine, okay, and you design a Docker image. Let's say name is AA version 1, and here you have some web application, web page, or any website, okay, and from this Docker image you have started a container with some port number, and now you are accessing this IP, web IP colon port number. It is working fine, okay, it is very much working fine. Now let's say after one day you upgraded your Docker, your web application. So your web application is now got upgraded. When the web application got upgraded, you just rebuild an Docker image, and the name is AA-v2, right? Now your most recent update is in this image, but your container is running from older version image. When the container is running from the older version image, your website will be old. But what I want, automatically this container delete itself and create new container from this Docker image, right? What you are allowed to is, you can give the same name after tagging. If you want to give the same name, it will be overriding that image name, the data, okay? So what you can do, like, if you want, you can give the same name of web application 2, like this, v1. But the container must be updated automatically. You don't have to just go stop and remove container and create it. Okay, so if you are getting the question number third, let me know that yes, you are getting it. So waiting for your response in the chat window. Just right. Yes, sir. Very good. So you're getting question number third as well. Uh, Deadlines are, you can take 2-3 days. I mean, accordingly. I haven't think about the deadline yet, but do it ASAP. So what Docker commit means, it will create a new Docker image from a running container. New Docker image from a running container. Okay, this is your assignment number third. All right. Now assignment number 4. Okay, what I want is like you need to write a Docker file right, and in this Docker file you have to install HTTPD or Nginx web server. HTTPD or Nginx web server, right? And once you install that, the image will be ready. Image is ready. Okay, if any of the image you see in Docker engine, so let's say I run a container ITD or Alpine or SH. So let's say start a container from the image you see here, and I'm inside container. Now once I do who am I, there is a root username. So if you build an image from Docker file, that will install HTTPD and start service. That means you are writing everything. You are writing here from, you are writing here entry point, expose, every single thing. That means Docker image that will start HTTPD and it will host a normal web application. That means normal web app, index.html word. But when you start container, you will access it like this or by exec. The username inside container is always root. So my point is, you write everything likewise, but once you access the container, okay, so username must not be root. It can be something, anything. It can be Ram or Jay, anything. So that means your normal user will be able to start HTTPD -d foreground. So that means when this user will be able to start this, so your root user will be assigned. I can tell you something like this. Let's say if I launch a container and I can put option like -user, any username. Okay, once I do that, sorry, any username like Apache, or if username is not matching, I can give some user ID like 1001 and I can check here. User is unknown, but I has that user ID, and this is not root. And when this is not root, it cannot create something like this. Alright, so you have to run that HTTP process from a non-root user. That's it. So did you get that question? So in short, you have to design a Docker image. That image must not be running HTTPD process by root user. So just reply here in the chat window that you are understanding it. Good. Very good. Trust me, if you will be able to do all these questions, your Docker confidence will be 30% up. 30% up. So for your kind information, I can tell you, whatever Docker we are understanding, it's not even 30% of entire Docker. Okay? But your confidence will be 30% up if you perform all these 4 assignments. Right? And if you want, I can give a final one. The final assignment is, whosoever are using kind of I can say like machine learning code. Okay, let's forget it. Forget it. No worries. So this is what Docker is all about for you. If you have some question to ask regarding these assignment, you can just let me know. Okay. So if anything else you want to learn in Docker by yourself, so first thing, try to create your all projects in container. Till now you have done anywhere, all projects in container, right? The second thing you can learn, like Docker, we have a product called Podman, right? Like Docker, we have a product called Podman, and Podman is having so many things. So it's very similar to Docker, but Podman is also in bigger demand. So you can move your track from Docker to Podman. It's very similar. Even the commands, everything are same, right? Second thing, because I don't know how good you are in terms of security. So Docker security is really very popular. So how you secure your container from attack or maybe any other things. Although what I'll do, I'll share a list of topics that you can understand and try to cover it. Okay. Otherwise, the best way to learn whatever is there is docs.docker.com. You will get every single thing here, right? Every single thing. So they have amazing documentation, and almost every topic is listed here. Right? Products you can choose, and then you can, after choosing product, explore that. So many things are here, right? But my suggestion will be, right now, rather than learning new things in the Docker, try to explore project. And if you do that, trust me, the fifth question, you can create a website that can live stream your music, right? So Spotify application is entirely running on containers. So you can create some streaming server in containers, then you will get more exposure on Docker. Okay, so if you can do that, that is very not easy one, but because you have to learn about the streaming server first or broadcasting server, then you can think about the same. Okay, so are you getting the fifth assignment in case you are interested in? Because if you can do that, I can give a lot of projects like designing your own recommendation engine and creating projects like Netflix. Netflix is also running couple of things in a container, right? So we can design something like Netflix to customize couple of things. Okay, great. So wonderful. Next session that we'll be having, so we'll start with Git and GitHub. If this is all okay for everyone, then I can skip that, but I think I can tell you something. Then after that, we'll talk about few part of Jenkins, and then we'll start Kubernetes. And definitely we are going to learn how to integrate all this with Docker. Okay, so first complete this assignment, then let's see you. So if you have something to ask, you can ask. Otherwise, it's done for Docker. And have a great day, guys. Thanks a lot. See you soon. Maybe tomorrow. All right. And try to use that container. You'll get a couple of things. All right. So thank you so much and have fun. Right.